Hey guys, good to have you with me today. You may have been hearing me talk about my new membership that is now open. So the cart is open and I want you to be checking that out. And the link, if you want to find out what's included in all that, the link is in the show notes. So go ahead and check that out. But first, I want to tell you about a story of a designer that I worked with. Her name is Trisha, and she almost left $64,000 on the table and would have been happy about it. So I want to tell you this story because it's really quite incredible. You may be asking yourself, like, is this membership even worth it? And can Pam really help me? And I wanted to just give you an example and share this story with you. So Trisha's been a designer for 17 years and she's, by all accounts, she's doing really well. She's actually doing over $1 million in her business, but she was still unsure what to charge for things. And we were discussing an opportunity that had come in front of her, and she was getting ready to submit a design proposal for $32,000. And she wanted to make sure that she was not undercharging for this project. So she was still trying to figure out if she was in a good place with her fees. It was the most that she had ever charged before for design, but she still needs some reassurance as to where she was at and if she was charging enough. And she was in my membership and we were going ahead and talking about this, and she was telling me about the scope, and I got to hear a little bit more about the project. And from what she was telling me, I knew right away that she was actually grossly undercharging. I knew where she needed to be, and I had told her that where she should be charging, along with the exact language that she was going to be using in her design proposal. So I was giving her all these tools and all this language so that she could make it a no-brainer decision for her client. Now, I'm going to tell you later on what we actually, what she ended up charging, but we were talking through how she should sell the fee when she was presenting to her client, like what she was going to say and how she was going to justify that fee in case there was pushback. That's really, really important. So she was totally prepared. She was still nervous, but she was totally prepared because we had worked through individual scenarios of what might happen, what they might say, and how she was going to handle each of those. So she had never presented a design fee this large before. So she went ahead and presented her fee and how, her payment terms were going to be and what that entailed. And the client said, "Where do I sign?" So I have to tell you now that where her fee was, she was originally going to charge $32,000, which was the most that she had ever done in the past. And she put in her proposal that her fee was $96,000. So she was able to almost triple what she what she thought she could charge, with the most she thought she could charge, all by talking it through and having the language and understanding what objections may come up, and then knowing how to answer each one of those. So that's why I'm called the closing coach, because I can help you as well. If Trisha had never joined the membership, she would have left $64,000 on the table. And I want you to ask yourself, how much money are you leaving on the table because you're trying to figure this all out yourself? You're trying to talk to your friends and see what they're charging. You're trying to think about ways that you can get in front of better clients, but it's also understanding the language and the way to handle objections as you're moving through the process to let those dominoes fall so that the clients understand why things cost what they cost and how you can get better fees in your design business. So I wanted to just give you that first example because that should be hopefully enough in terms of one of the questions as to why you should be joining the membership and how I can help you. But there were some reasons that Trisha almost didn't sign up as well. And I want to go over those because these may be things that are going on in your mind. Maybe you can relate to some of these things, and I want to address them now so that you can, we can work through these issues together. So one of the things that Trisha was really worried about was that she was not successful enough. Yes, she had $1 million in revenue, but as we know, revenue and profitability are two different animals. She has staff, she has overhead, she has a physical office. So a lot of those things were eating into her profitability. So her profits weren't great. And she was a little bit wary of, talking to someone about that, going, I have $1 million business, but I'm really not making any money in that business. So that was definitely something she was worried about. And I want to let you guys know that this is what I'm here for. I am not here to point the finger at you and tell you that you're not running a good business. I am here to help you. I am here to help address these issues. So I want you to know that if you're coming to me and you've got from the outside, you've got this great, amazing business, but you're just not making the profits, it's okay. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're going to be working on. She also was really concerned that she was going to look kind of disorganized. You know how we all just put things together on the fly, and then the next time we put it on the fly together again, and there was just documents in all different places, multiple versions, everything was everywhere. So every time she had a new opportunity, she had to create a new set of documents, a new process from scratch. And sometimes it included different things. And she just became harried and stressed, and it was very disconcerting. And she, again, didn't want anyone to know that she didn't have it all together, because I know we are in a business that's supposed to be, that looks are important. And we want everything to look like we have it together, that we've got it all figured out. And you know what? None of us do. We're at all different phases of our business in terms of figuring things out. So I know that you're going to have parts and pieces in all different places, and I'm going to help you bring some organization to that, bring some systems to that, so that when you present to a client, you know exactly what documents you're presenting. You have it all figured out. You've thought through a lot of the objections and a lot of the questions that come up. And so we're going to be working on that together. The third thing that Trisha was really up against is, she was busy. She was running $1 million business. So she definitely had activity going on. There was things happening. She has people working for her. So there's a lot of things going on. So she thought, maybe I can just wait till next time, or wait till later, right? And I will say, I don't know when I'm going to be presenting this membership to get again. So if you want to get in on it, we're going to be starting right at the beginning of August. August 9th is our first kickoff meeting. And if you guys are just tired of trying to figure it out, how long have you been trying to figure it out? How long have you been polling your friends? How long have you been posting questions here and there in Facebook groups? Let's get under the covers. Let's dive into it. Let's get you in the membership so that we can start working on it right away. The other thing is, when you're really busy, you're working in your business and not on your business. So the best thing about this membership is that we will be meeting weekly and having calls. And now Trisha never misses a meeting. It does not matter what she's got going on in her business. Everything works around the time of our meetings and the time of our calls, because she knows how incredibly important it is to be at these meetings, to talk through what's going on, to talk about situations that are happening on the fly, what happened that week, or how to price something, or how to make this system or process better. So now is the time for you to go ahead and make this a priority, make you a priority, and invest in your business. Yes, am I going to give you homework? Absolutely. But it's going to be so much easier for you to chunk these items out so that you can finally get a handle on it. Think about what your business is going to look like in 3 months, and how much easier it's going to be to not only know what to do when a client calls, but know what you're going to send them, know what all your boundaries are, know how you price things. That's incredible. And I'm going to help you with all of that and give you the language, the actual words to be saying so that you can be closing these clients faster. You're going to be getting bigger clients. You need to be in this membership now instead of waiting, because there is no time like the present. So you guys, the membership is now open, and let me help you close better business so you can take on less projects. Check the link in the show notes so that you can see all the incredible things that I'm going to be providing you over the next 12 weeks. And one of the bonuses is a one-on-one business audit with me. You guys are not going to want to miss it. But I hope that you guys join the membership and that I've answered a lot of your questions. And I hope that you guys don't leave $64,000 on the table. I will talk to you next time. See you soon. Take care.